CA players. But the overall championship system is open to anyone as it partners with tournaments around the world, which is open to so many different players from Europe and America and all over the place, basically. So it's something that just evolved and just became something different, and it's kind of crazy. Like, it's such a huge event, like $10,000 for this championship this year. That's so insane. That's so much money for an event. Like, for an online event, it's ridiculous. And of course, throughout the year, they put so much money into it as well. Out of all the OSC, I just was reading it today, out of all the OSC partnered events in 2016, there was $237,000 of prize money won. That's $250,000 almost in prize money in OSC events. Now, obviously, OSC doesn't put up the prize money for all of that. It's just the events they partner with, for example. So if they partnered with, like, the Wardi Open, for example, they, you know, that's $400 that goes into that sort of account. But it's still insane to just think about how many events come out over the year for these players and all the rest of it. Anyways, bottom left-hand side of this TvP, going to be the Red Protoss players. We have a rematch from Nation Wars the other day. It is going to be nice. And towards the upper right-hand side, the Blue Terran player from Team Liquid. It's going to be uThermal. First game is once again uThermal's map pick. The highest seeded OSC player from 2016 in this group means he gets to play his map first in every game. Lucky guy. Lucky guy. As, it doesn't really make... I mean, it can make a bit of a difference, I guess. If you get to play your map first, it means you may get into a bit of a better mindset if you're more likely, if you win, which you're maybe more likely to do on your map. But really, you have to kind of take every map as its own map in this format anyways, so I don't think it should play too much of a... it shouldn't play, you know, be too much of an impact overall as we just see the SCV. Just moving around here, just seeing it is going to be an expansion early. Twilight Council coming down pretty quickly from Nicelow, so fast Twilight like this in PvT almost always means some kind of aggression, whether it's going to be the Dark Templar rush, or just a very fast resonating glaives-based gateway all-in or something along those lines. So I'm just going to be seeing the SCV pulling back up towards the top side, towards the upper right here to get ready to go once again, and to start mining away, get his old job back after being promoted to a scout for a couple of hours. He's back home and ready to go. I do wonder, like, how long, you know, what is the kind of timescale ratio in StarCraft 2 between, like, a, you know, second of what we see, and how long is that actually in the life, right? Like, because, you know, I'm pretty sure they don't actually just build a command center in, you know, in 79 seconds or anything, right? I'm pretty sure they don't build a starport in, like, 36 seconds. So I wonder how long it actually takes them to build a starport and to actually build a, you know, to actually train a Marine. What do you reckon the time ratio is? It's kind of an interesting question, isn't it? What is the time ratio in SC2? How long would it take to build a command center? Quite a long time if there was only one SCV, I have to say. Like, we must be talking multiple years for one SCV to build a command center. I guess not, actually. I guess they are kind of machines, right? They're much bigger than we think they are. So, yeah. Actually, if you've been watching... some streamers, Loco and Crank, have been doing some videos on the SC2 real scale mods. And SCVs are massive compared to the buildings. Then again, some of the buildings are massive as well. Like, the starport building is like this big. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Just as this job comes across the map, guys, a couple of people asking about OSC. If you want to read more about the OSC system and so on, www.sc2online.com will tell you all about the OSC system championship events and more. It's basically the hub for OSC events. Medevac coming to the south side of the map as this War Prism going to be moving up the left and going to be dropping down a few adepts here right away. So a few adepts going to start warping in and jump into this War Prism and get ready to go as these Marines will just unload just behind this mineral line. So just going to be dropping down these Marines, and interestingly, he's actually in a position where actually the overcharge can't reach as the mothership core gets shot down. Uh-oh, uThermal with a little bit of micro as well as keeping these Marines alive. Really nice micro by uThermal. Finally loses one Marine as he lifts up with the probes being pulled in. At the same time, there's lots of gates in this game for Nice, and he is currently moving forward with a lot of adepts. And uThermal doesn't have an answer to this just yet. He's only got this bunker of Marines, which these adepts have already made their way past on the natural expansion. So 7 workers killed apiece so far. There's uThermal here with 3 Widow Mines. Well, because he killed the Mothership Core, it puts him into a really nice position here, honestly. Widow Mines are going to burrow. He's actually going to blow up at least 1 Adept right away, and a 2nd Adept now, too. And a 3rd Widow Mine's going to go off, and oh, so nearly on all the probes. Just doesn't happen there in the end. Now we're going to be seeing Adepts trying to break through the front. Liberator here to help defend, getting a lot of damage done, but is it going to be enough? Well, no, not just yet. And I think uThermal might still be in a little bit of trouble right now, as we see the Liberator actually going to go after the Warp Prism. SCVs will pull in. Tank will stay alive for now, pulls back out of range of the Adepts. Damage still being done over years. Well, Overcharge comes down, but the probes are going to get blown up. There's a few more, and there's a huge amount more once again. And it's still going to be nice. He's just taking more and more damage. Liberator does push back the Warp Prism. Some more Adepts coming in here. Well, that's not going to scare away this Liberator. Liberator kills the Warp Prism. And that's about it. uThermal with +1 finish with 37 workers to 19 and 26 and 17 army supply. Really looks as though he's going to have enough to win this game. SCV is going to get pulled in as Adepts continue to take a little bit more damage towards the end. And a few of them are going to try to shade up to the high ground, but there's just not going to be enough. And it looks as though first game will go the way of uThermal here. As Marines dropping down again, that's from the Adepts' fault. There is game being called, and uThermal does take game number 1 of the 2 series, or 2 maps that will be played between these 2 players in game. And let's see what's going to be happening. We have to the top right hand side of the map, down by a game, is going to be the red Protoss player. It is nice. Down to the bottom left hand side, our blue Terran player is going to be uThermal. Do let me know how you're all doing in the chat. I'm so glad to be... I mean, here's an interesting question as well, I guess. Because this isn't really a time zone we oftentimes cast in. I know right now it's not kind of unreachable hours for European viewers and so on. But I guess there's kind of a time zone again we don't cast in a lot. So if there's anyone around here who's maybe catching the stream for the very first time, because we don't usually cast this sort of time zone, or whether, even if it's not for the first time, or you just don't get to watch very often, but you can this week, because of the fact that we're casting the OSC Championship later at night, then let me know. I'd love to see who you guys are tuning in, who don't get to tune in regularly. Always nice to kind of see new people around and stuff like that. So, hope you're all having a good time regardless of whether you're here every day or here for the first time. But, oh my god, excuse me. That came out of nowhere. Well, that's some really unprofessional casting right there. That came out of nowhere. Excuse me. That was brutal. That screwed up my trailer forward and concentration, words and everything. God damn it. How embarrassing. Well, to take our minds off of that, we're going to be having double gas here early, and we're going to be seeing the Stargate will be proxied in just a couple of moments. So it's going to be seeing the getting setting up in the next couple of moments. Going to be seeing the Stargate dropping down, and well, uThermal runs in. He's already seen the lack of an expansion, so that's already good info for him as he pokes around here. And I love what he's doing with this Marine, just checking around for the initial probe that might be hidden somewhere. So just scan around a bit. Marine first into a reactor after his factory starts to come on down. And we're just going to be seeing the depot coming down as well at the front. So depot setting up against Stargate, just over halfway done. I'm just going to be seeing this SCV, which was across the map, is going to come over here. This is a very common proxy location for Daybreak, so not too surprising that uThermal ends up finding it in the end. Now he knows what this is. He's already got an engineering bay finished. Like, uThermal has a very good idea of what's going on. Bunker on the low ground, going to help out a lot too. Pulls this Marine back, will pop that into the bunker. And now this Zealot will help to continue to be pushed away. Paladin will come in at a distance from Knights to try and kind of reach that bunker and try and take it down. But I mean, the thing is that, you know, uThermal knows about the Oracle, so he already has a turret, so he can focus all of his attention for the rest of his units at the front. As we're going to be seeing the overcharge pops. I mean, a couple of SCVs will repair this. I guess that question is there going to be enough repair? Well, no, there isn't really. So SCVs have to pull away. Bunker is going to not quite get salvaged in time, but with the Cyclone up, Marines, a couple more Marines coming in. Well, actually, the Oracle is kind of far forwards right now, so uThermal has to be a little bit careful. But then the Cyclone back once again. We'll turn and fight once more. Turret hits onto that Oracle, and you'll be seeing a couple Paladins coming down at the front again. So these two Varlons going to come down once more, and going to be seeing these, well, this push continuing basically. Locks onto the mothership core now, which actually means he doesn't have much anti-air for the Oracle, and, well, he has a turret, but obviously that's in the mineral line, not right here. He is going to kill the mothership core, so that's a big plus. As now the Rudder Mine comes out as well. It's kind of an annoying position because he's not actually getting too much done nice, but uThermal is not exactly kind of having the best times defending against it either. It's a little bit crazy. As we're going to be seeing these Adepts just going to be trying to do a bit more. They do pick up a few SCVs on the low ground. We're going to see what else is happening. Two Oracles just sat to the side as well as they get ready to go once more. I'm just going to be seeing the Liberator on the way up for uThermal as well. I mean, at this point, Nice is still just building his expansion, right? So we see this sort of position in the game where uThermal is going to pick off this SCV on the low ground. And he's just going to have overall an income lead once he doesn't have to keep on pulling workers against these units. So he's going to have quite a bit. The Widow Mine is going to actually get a kill on the first Oracle, so that's a nice start. We're going to be seeing these Oracles diving in. Honestly, with the damage already taken, he might just lose another Oracle. He's going to lose another one as well, or is he? Because the Adepts are here as well, and one more Oracle comes in. And we're going to be seeing now the Cyclone taking a little bit of damage, pulls away. The Liberator popping out can actually be used as stable anti-air against the Oracles. Might just want to go across the map and get damage done, though. Siege up here, nothing can touch it right now. Apart from, I guess, a Stalker could, but it takes a little while to get going. You can see this Widow Mine is going to go off once again. Does he target onto the lower health Adept? He should. But he does, to the higher health Adept, sorry, because they would have killed that and splashed onto the other to get the kill. And so here we go, this Cyclone, or Liberator, sorry, across the map. And uThermal still losing SCVs, and the Natural has a lot of mules ready to go up here as well. Kills two workers with the first Liberator shots. And we see these Adepts still just on the low ground. Oracle's still gathering together. Now a Viking in play. I mean, that's just going to be consistent damage against these Oracles, so he's going to continue to see these Oracles moving forwards. Revelation drops down. Widow Mine will go off and pick off one of them. More Marines here as well, and honestly, these Oracles keep on dying. This is probably going to be the end. Scans to try and keep in range of the Cyclone. He's going to get the kill. It's going to be GG from Nice. uThermal takes two pretty quick games against Nice. It was a bit hectic there.